Okay, we're ready to start letting some people in.
All
Got
right.
Victoria Gallagher here, guys. Anybody who's watching from Facebook, come on into the Zoom room. You can join us. We're going to actually have a lot of fun today. And we're doing, I believe, a little bit of actual hypnosis or guided meditation. So come on
We
in.
are. I'm excited.
Just get everybody
Kind of
going.
like a new technique I decided I created.
That is exciting. So
Yeah.
are we your first guinea pigs? Are you
You
unveiling it
are. You're going to be
here?
my first guinea pigs.
That's exciting. Hi, Janet. Hi,
Hello.
Janine. I haven't seen you in forever, Janine. It's nice to see you. Oh, she's got her. She can't even hear me. Hi, Ruthie Ann. Looking lovely
Hi,
as ever.
Ruthie Ann. Hi, Janet. Hi, Janine.
Janine, I haven't seen you. It's so good to see you. Our work hours haven't worked fleshed out together. Ah, yes, she's muted. So we'll just maybe give a few more minutes.
Okay.
People sort of meander in. There's somebody watching from Facebook, so I'm going to go ahead and pop the.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can. Hi. How is it in Colorado?
Beautiful. It's going to be like 50 today. We
Ooh,
had about a foot of snow though.
Oh my goodness.
Where
wow.
in Colorado? I'm in Pueblo right now.
Oh,
That's
I'm up in
right.
Frisco.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have nice sunny sky here. It's warm. Let's see what the temperature is. That's probably around
Yeah, it's beautiful.
60 or something.
I'm in my back room at work right now.
I'm in a hotel room.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been
I'm in Phoenix.
unseasonably warm over there in the Rockies, hasn't it? Sorry, Victoria, what were you saying? Go ahead.
I'm in Phoenix. The weather here has been really crazy, like lows in the morning in the like mid 40s and then highs in the afternoon in the low 80s.
wow.
It's that
Oh, wow.
time of year.
Yeah, and so I lived in Bozeman, Montana for the past 3 decades, and it's been like 60 degrees there with
Mm,
with
mhm,
humidity, so it's like a warm 60. It's
mhm.
been 60 degrees here on the coast of North Carolina. I moved here to get warm. Oh, it turns out I didn't have to leave Bozeman for me to get warm. I had to leave Bozeman for it to get warm.
But today we're supposed to get 70 degrees. It was 28 this morning.
Oh,
The
wow.
low was
Wow.
28 and the high is going to be 70.
Oh, okay. So that's even a broader range than here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I think we were 12 this morning, 12 or
Wow.
16 degrees, yeah.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
gosh, that gives
go
me
visit
chills.
Krista someday. I've got family
Yes.
there.
Yes, come on down. Although who knows, by then everything will be like switched around and you guys will be warmer than us. I don't know.
Mm, could
Well,
Well,
happen.
we've
it's
got snow and ice.
oh, you do in the
Yeah,
UK right now?
yeah, it's
Oh,
cold. But today's been lovely. It's been nice and sunny, which has
you guys
made a
had one of the
difference.
hottest summers ever too, didn't you?
No,
No, or
that was
was that the
last
year
year.
before?
That was last year. That,
Ah,
oh,
okay.
yeah, sweltering. This year it's been a bit hit and miss. But
Uh,
we
the
very
roller coaster
rarely,
of global warming.
yeah, we rarely have snow at this time of year. If we're going to get snow, which isn't that often, it's usually just hard frost. It's sort of end of January, February time.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
I'm
it's
going to close my
maybe,
door
I don't
really
know,
quick.
maybe kind of nice that you might have a white Christmas. There's a
Yes,
bright
it's
side
going to
to
be
it.
lovely.
I'm going to give
Um,
people one more minute to get in and
I
then go ahead and start.
I'm gonna eat my lunch, so I won't be on the video, but I'll be listening, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
thanks for
Because I don't
letting
want
us
you to,
know.
I don't want you to watch me eat, okay?
I understand. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm going to mute because I'm coughing and hacking and recovering from COVID.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Oh,
yuck.
gosh.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've had it?
No, second time. And 3 weeks ago, I had a booster. Go figure.
Yeah, actually, that's what happened to me at HypnoThoughts 2022. I had the booster like a week before I went. I got really
Yeah,
sick after being there.
I'm.
So,
Everyone
yeah.
got sick at the end. I mean, oh, it was awful. Was it last year or the year before?
It was the year before that I got it.
Yeah.
And that was when I met you for the first time, actually, was
Hmm.
the year before. Yeah. All right, it's 2:05. So let's go ahead and get started. And I will continue I see a few people are still watching from Facebook. Come on down. The link is right above the little window of the video, so there's no excuses.
Yeah, that way you can interact and chat,
Yeah, come on
ask
down.
questions.
And it's helpful too for our host, our guest host, as well as for me to be able to see your lovely face here. We can't really see your face if you're just sort of like stealthily watching from Facebook. So, hi there, and welcome to the monthly Hypnotherapy Uncensored Spotlight. This time, December, it's guest hosted by Victoria M. Gallagher. And I'm your host, Krista Marie Bowman, creator of this Facebook group, Hypnotherapy Uncensored, as well as the founder of Quantum Journeys Hypnosis Academy. We are streaming live now in the Facebook group. And to answer the one question that I get roughly 10 times every month without fail, yes, there will be a replay. Not only is there a replay, there's a YouTube channel. And you can watch not only this one, but all of the past ones. There's 2 that didn't make it on there out of all of them. But there are 3.5 years worth of these spotlight guest hosts with all sorts of guests, and you can go back and watch all of them. I will pop the link to the YouTube channel into your little chat bar thing on the side, and you can go check it out and like and subscribe, please. Also, if you're joining us from anywhere else, any of the other groups that this was advertised or promoted in, and you're not a member of Hypnotherapy Uncensored, then you can find that link in the chat box in just a moment as well. I do host them every first Wednesday of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and just introduce Victoria, tell you a little bit about her. She's got a very fascinating subject for us today, the secret ingredient to manifesting. Victoria is a hypnotherapist, a best-selling author. Apparently her cat has joined her in this endeavor. Her cat is now a best-selling author as well. And she's known for her practical approach to self-improvement and business success. Her expertise is in the law of attraction, and her ability to provide practical and actionable strategies are what have made her courses and her books manifesting very highly sought after. She excels in creating digital content and courses that offer real and tangible methods for people that are looking to better their lives and achieve their goals. Beyond her professional work, she's deeply passionate about making a difference in the world, as I think we all share that here. Her upcoming app, Believe, will soon be launching and is designed to help millions of people across the planet transform their lives using her recordings. She's also a big advocate for animal welfare, especially cats. We share that in common. Her personal interests include meditation, hiking, learning continuously, with her husband, Steve, of nearly 16 years, which made my jaw drop. Congratulations. That is no small feat. I am not built for such feats. And reflecting her belief in an abundant, balanced, and fulfilling lifestyle. So like I said, I first met you at HypnoThoughts 2022, and then we had a fun, silly phone conversation a year or so ago. I'm so honored to have you join us today. It's quite a pleasure. You had mentioned, though, that you prepared something special for us. And so I'm going to hand everything over to you so that you can take over. And if you could just give me about 5 minutes at the very end, because I have one question that I like to ask everybody if I can. And so I'm going to hand it over to you. Victoria, take it away, my dear.
Thank you so much. I love that introduction, and it's a privilege and a pleasure and an honor to be here. And I just also want to thank the people that I am seeing here for being here, as well as anybody in the future who will watch this on YouTube. And I had an idea for you as you were talking about how there's replays, and just wonder if you've ever thought about maybe doing this as a podcast as well.
I actually am in the works of that, but I'm running into a little bit of like tech issue type stuff. So
Yeah.
but yes, I would love to do that.
Yeah, well, let me know.
I'll be reaching out to you when that
if you need any help with that.
Yes.
We're approaching episode 300 for the Power of Your Mind podcast. So,
well, maybe I'll be reaching out to you for help with the tech side a little bit then too.
Definitely. Well, it's always great to have this opportunity to share my insights, because I always prepare something. I always feel like, I don't want to just reuse. I I don't repurpose all my content. I should, but I always create something a little new, a little unique, a little spin on, you know, anything maybe that I've done in the past. And so presenting is always a great opportunity for not only me to share my insights with you all, but it also causes me to expand my own awareness through these interactions. And, you know, and it's just a chance for us to all learn and grow together. And so, I'm going to keep my secret a secret for a little while longer. But today we are going to be exploring a certain aspect of manifestation that really kind of seems like a simple thing. It's a really powerful secret. It's one of the most powerful ingredients to creating our reality, which I believe we all do. We all create our own reality. And in over 2 decades as a hypnotherapist, I started back in 1999 as a hypnotherapist, and I'd already dabbled a little bit in this whole like attracts like law of attraction idea. Um, you know, I've discovered that sometimes it's the most simple thing that can give us the most profound shifts. And so today I just want to share about this really specific, overlooked, underrated ingredient that can really, really significantly enhance our ability to manifest our goals. And it's not a complex technique, it's super simple. And it's about tapping into an internal resource that we already have within us. And I'm going to also be sharing some scientific evidence that actually proves that this works. But before we get into all of that, I wanted to start off with a really quick, like this isn't the, I'm going to be doing a longer meditation with you guys later after I go over the scientific evidence. But right now, I just want to do like a super quick, maybe 3 to 5 minutes to have you close your eyes and get centered. And it's just a opportunity for you to get in touch with your thoughts, your feelings. And so if I could have everyone go ahead and get into an open body position, remove anything off your lap, you know, just open your heart, open your mind, open your hands and your mind, and close your eyes. And just settle yourself into a comfortable space, taking in a deep, relaxing breath, and let it out. And just be here now. And as you're here in this moment, allow your mind to gently drift back just over this past week. Just think back over this past week to any moments of this week that stand out for you. Any moments of what you were thinking about, how you were feeling, any events that transpired. These could be positive or negative. And I want you just to take a moment to observe the nature of your thoughts and your feelings that arose over this past week. And just take a moment to notice what the predominant themes were of those thoughts. Were there recurring worries or concerns, or were there more moments of joy? What were the quality of your thoughts and feelings? Were they more hopeful and forward-looking, or were they more anxiety or regret-based? Just notice your reactions to the events, and just notice if they were more emotional. How did you think? How did you react? And just consider the balance between the positive and the negative thoughts. Did you find yourself focusing more on challenges and frustrations? Or were there more moments of gratitude, love, and appreciation? And how did these patterns affect your mood and your interactions? So as you pay attention, just notice any patterns where you naturally gravitate, where you naturally place more of your focus. And just notice if there is a tendency to magnify certain types of thoughts over others. And now that you've had an opportunity just to get in touch with the quality of your thoughts and your feelings over this past week, I'd like you just to, whenever you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the present moment and take a deep breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and open your eyes. And now I would just be curious to find out if anybody feels comfortable sharing what you noticed about your thought patterns over this past week.
I'll share. There's something that I've been anticipating occurring that was supposed to occur several days ago, maybe even more than a week, that hasn't yet. And I keep like compulsively, obsessively checking to see if the thing has happened yet. The thing has not happened. But I'm very aware of the fact that I'm doing this. And so like in my in between moments, I'm trying to shift back into a state of mindfulness and gratitude. So it's been like this, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, you know? So it's been a bit of a roller coaster. So that's what I noticed. And I was laughing at myself as I was like doing your little exercise, like, yeah.
I can so relate 100%. So you're not alone in that. Definitely, you're in the right place.
Good, good. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you. Because I know a little bit about some of the stuff you've been recently going through. So yes, it feels also like that time of year where there's a whole lot of that like anticipation and not yet, kind of thing going on. So anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that, Carissa.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have, yes.
I will. I'll share.
Ruthie.
I'm here in Colorado. I'm visiting my son. I don't get to see him that often. And I was just so aware of all of my emotions, my excitement, the love I felt in my heart, the gratitude I felt for being able to come here and to be with him and spend my time with him and my daughter-in-law. And just because I have been making this a practice for the past, I think it's 2 months. When I go out on my daily walks, I think about how I want to show up for the world when I go out my door. So I connect to the love vibration. And when I go out, I purposely let love flow from my heart to the next person, because we don't always live in nice environments, and things are not always peachy keen, and so I thought I'd share that love. In this week, I've just stayed in that love vibration, and most of my thoughts and are just around the positive.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. So, well, we've had, two people share kind of two different types of experiences. Not one right or one wrong, just different types of experiences, because, we need both of the qualities in order to to really measure the other and where we're at. And life is a series of ups and downs and ebbing and flowing. And but it is interesting, Ruthie Ann, that you brought up gratitude. You also brought up wanting to experience a little bit more gratitude, Carissa. And for me personally, I have found that, whenever and it's not always easy to practice this, it's simple, the idea is simple, but it's not always easy to just choose that's the state that we're going to experience. And so that is the mystery secret ingredient that I want to get into today. And so as I go into this, this talk about gratitude, I wanted to share with you, and I prepared a couple of scientific studies that I looked up, because I'm always about, I'm very practical. I love diving into the spiritual and the metaphysical and the ethereal studies, but I can't sit here and talk about something unless I believe it, unless I'm always thinking that there's somebody out there saying, well, how do you know that? Like, why is that true? And that's me. I'm a little bit of a skeptic. So I always like to find some kind of evidence and some kind of proof. So I came up, there's been numerous studies that have shown how gratitude positively affects our minds and our bodies. And gratitude has actually been linked with improved mental health. It helps us to sleep better. It helps our immune system. I mean, it is like literally probably one of the most important ingredients for our entire life. But how does it actually do this? Well, neuroscientists have found that practicing gratitude changes our brain. It literally changes our brain. When we express gratitude, our brain releases dopamine and serotonin, which are two of the most key neurotransmitters that are responsible for our feel-good emotions. And if we regularly practice gratitude, we can literally rewire the neural pathways in our brain to make these positive patterns more automatic. I was in a coaching session the other day, or actually just yesterday, and my client was asking me, it's like, he says it almost seems like you have to force yourself to to change some of your habits. And yes, I mean, without hypnosis guiding and helping you along the way, you almost do have to force yourself. It's like you're driving down the street the same way every day on your way to work or wherever you go. And if you can't take that pathway anymore, you end up having to take a new pathway, and you have to kind of like force yourself into this new habit. And but then I also explained to him that, by visualizing yourself taking the new path every day, doing the new habit every day, if you just that's the one thing that if you do force yourself to do anything, is to actually force yourself to do your hypnosis, force yourself to do your affirmations, force yourself to visualize. You don't have to force yourself to actually do the new habit. And so anyway, getting back to the studies. So one study was really interesting. There was a study conducted in 2016 by this Prathik Kinney. And what happened was they divided these participants into groups. One group was asked to write letters of gratitude over a period of several weeks. And these weren't just any letters. They were specifically focused on expressing their gratitude toward different people in their lives. And meanwhile, there was a control group that didn't engage in any gratitude exercises at all. And so they continued with their usual activities without any focus on gratitude. And the intriguing part came after the letter writing period. The researchers actually used MRI scans of the brain, and what they observed was amazing. The group that wrote the gratitude letters actually showed significant changes in their brain. There was increased activity in the medial prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that is associated with expressing and feeling the emotion of reward. And this basically tells us that gratitude can enhance our emotional well-being. But what was also interesting was that this wasn't just fleeting. They re-followed up with these same participants months later, and they found that these changes in the brain were still present. They so literally this suggests that the practicing of gratitude has a lasting effect on rewiring the brain. It's not just something that you do, like we think, oh, it feels good to practice gratitude, so I'm gonna practice gratitude, but it literally permanently changes the brain. Now, I always am really careful when I use the word permanent, because I don't believe that there's anything that's permanent. If the brain can change, the brain can change. It can always change back if you go back to thinking in your old ways. So if you just continue practicing gratitude and then you decide, oh, well, I'm just going to start complaining again, guess what? That part of your brain is going to change back. So I always tell, when people say, the weight loss of the hypnosis, is it permanent? No, it's not permanent. It's as permanent as you continuing to do the positive thought patterns. So that was one study. The other study was called Emmons and McCullough's Counting Blessings study. And so this was a similar study. And this study involved, this is even more popular, this study involved several hundred participants, and they were divided into 3 groups. And these participants had various different backgrounds. Some were college students, some were adults. Some
Can you
had
spell that for me just so I can pop it into our chat for those of us who want to maybe use this on our own,
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's easier for me to just,
because I totally want to, look at this. I want to,
yeah, there you go.
Emmons and McCullough's. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And so, different students of all walks of life, different participants of all walks of life. And this was a study that was conducted over several weeks. And so what they did was the group, the gratitude group, they were asked to list 5 things every day that they were grateful for that occurred over the past week. And this could include anything from, just small everyday occurrences to, to big things. You can just be grateful seriously for just even the air in your lungs. And then they had another group, the hassles group. These were the complainers. These were the group that focused on everything that annoyed them throughout the week, the opposite of gratitude. And then they had a third group, and this was just the control group. And this was the group, that, was simply asked to list circumstances, but not anything specific. They were just neutral about it. They weren't asked to focus on anything necessarily positive or anything negative. And so what they did was, they actually, before and after, they measured all kinds of things, from their physical health, from their psychological health, to their overall satisfaction with life, to their exercise behavior. And they would report weekly on their moods, their physical symptoms, their reactions, and all of that. Well, what they found was the gratitude group reported an enhanced well-being. They experienced higher levels of positive states, alertness, enthusiasm, determination, attentiveness, energy, as opposed to the Hassles group, which of course didn't experience, any of that. But not only did they experience psychological benefits, but they experienced physical health improvements. They reported fewer physical symptoms. They spent more time exercising. They just felt, like exercising more. They experienced better quality sleep, literally less time spent awake before falling asleep. And they felt more refreshed in the morning. The gratitude group was just more optimistic. And so ultimately, they determined that just focusing on our blessings, just focusing on what we have, has an immense emotional and physical benefit. And so when we talk about gratitude having, creating noticeable differences, it's not just some airy-fairy idea. It is like literally a measurable change in how your brain works. And so that, kind of leads me into how why is gratitude the secret ingredient to manifestation? And so getting into like just how the law of attraction works in the first place, just briefly, the law of attraction is based on, a law that like attracts like, meaning that how we think and how we feel draws similar experiences to us. And so feeling gratitude is obviously one of the most powerful positive emotions that you can have. And gratitude naturally aligns our energy with the energy of abundance. I mean, when you really think about it, think about the fact that you are thinking about all that you have, everything that is working well, everything that is great in your life. And so if like attracts like, if like thoughts attract like experiences, then it just stands to reason that the more we think in terms of gratitude, the more we are aligning with the energy of abundance. When we're grateful, we're focusing on what we have, not on what we lack. And but it not only changes just what we are thinking about, but it changes our mood and our frequency. And so the higher your frequency, and the feelings of experiencing joy and love and abundance, the more you are literally going to notice more things which align with love, joy, and abundance. You're going to notice those things. And that's, in my opinion, that's one of the key ways that law of attraction actually works. It's not even necessarily that it's just like, our thought signals are drawing things to us. It's not really like that. It's more that there are millions and billions of bits of data that are going on all around us that are completely unnoticed all the time. And so what we focus on, in our beliefs and our feelings and our thoughts, is we're not necessarily manifesting it, we're seeing it. We're seeing stuff that was already always there anyway. And so when we're, think about it, like when you're in a good mood, you tend to see more things that align with you being in a good mood. When you're in a bad mood, it's like, the world sucks, everything sucks, and you're going to create more things. You're going to see more of what you're focused on. So it's like, just essentially, it's like what you focus on expands. It's a shift in your perspective from scarcity thoughts to more abundant thoughts, and just making us more open to recognizing and receiving the opportunities. And it's, so again, it's like, it's actually one of the simplest things that you can do. And so in a moment, I'm actually going to get into, I want to be mindful of the time here. We want to leave like 5 minutes till 1 for you. Okay, so it's 12:35 right now. And I'm speaking in Phoenix time. So in a moment, we're going to take a moment. And I have a little treat, a little scientific experiment of my own that I want to take you through. Because besides, I think one of the key ways that you can practice gratitude is keeping a gratitude journal, like writing down the things that you're grateful for, because you always have that. You can write it. It gives you like just the writing something down, I think actually has a special energy to it, something I can't even necessarily explain. But personally, I've just found when I write in my journal, it just sets the day in motion. It sets the week in motion. And writing gratitude or even saying gratitude affirmations is just another way. Using visualization with gratitude, like visualizing things that you're grateful for, just bringing them into your mind, visualizing even the future, the things that you're going to be grateful for in the future is as just another way to practice gratitude. But also one of the most challenging ways, but the best way, because you can really just take everything in your life and you can turn it into one big experience of gratitude. You can actually take, and Chris's story, my story, you could take the things that have been a challenge and you can find something in that experience to be grateful for, in any experience, because I think life is a journey. There are ups and downs, and we're just always we're always learning and growing. And so all of these are opportunities for growth. I always kind of look at the silver lining at, well, why am I going through this? Maybe there's some reason that I don't know about yet, because if I look on my past, if I look at all the times in my past where something didn't go right or didn't go according to my expectations, I always look back and I realize, oh, there was a reason for that. If that hadn't happened, then I wouldn't have had this other cool thing happen that was actually meant to happen. So I kind of like have to go back, and I just have to trust that. I have to trust that, these challenging things are meant for us. And so we're getting ready to do a interesting gratitude meditation. And I kind of wanted to, like I said, do my own mini scientific experiment with you. And so what I'd like you to do before we go into this is I'd like you to think right now about how you feel about your life in general, on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 obviously being it's off the charts, amazing, so super positive, it can't even possibly get better than this. And 1, being the worst. And just go ahead and take a moment and write down your current level of happiness or stress, or on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay. Then I'd like you to, as we participate in this exercise, I'd like you to think about some kind of intention, something that you wish would manifest in your life. And of course, this, isn't going to pop out during this meditation, but over the coming, days, weeks, and months ahead, perhaps as a result of doing this experiment, you may be surprised. Who knows? And so now we are getting ready to go ahead and move into, I'm going to keep this to 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and have you close your eyes. And take a moment to get comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Breathing in peace and calm into your body. And slowly exhale, releasing any tension. And just feel your body becoming relaxed with each breath. With each inhalation, imagine a wave of tranquility washing over you from the top of your head, all the way down to the tips of your toes. And with each exhalation, you can just let go of any worries of the day, let go of your thoughts, and just be here now. And as you continue this feeling of peace and relaxation, your mind becomes clear, your body becomes more and more relaxed, and you become even more open to this experience of deep gratitude. You become more open and receptive to positive thoughts and feelings. And you are now ready to explore the depths of gratitude within. So just feel yourself drifting deeper and deeper into a state of openness and receptivity. Now, imagine yourself enjoying a quiet, serene space. Wherever you feel comfortable. This is a place where you feel completely at ease and where you can go to be with your thoughts. Might be like a Zen room or a meditation room or your office or a place in nature. And in this place, you have a journal and a pen in front of you. So go ahead and open your journal, pick up your pen, and feel the weight of the pen in your hand. Feel the texture of the paper beneath your fingers. And I want you to imagine that it is yesterday morning, the day before today. Yesterday morning. And you have awakened to the start of a new day, filled with potential. Over the past 21 days, you have developed an important habit to take time each day to write down what you are grateful for. And this practice has become already an essential part of your daily routine. So as you sit there with your journal in this visualization, think about the day ahead and feel the pen in your hand. And you're about to write down what you're grateful for. What comes to mind? Whatever it is, it could be the morning sun, the comfort of your home, your loved ones, any opportunities that are awaiting you. and feel yourself writing this down in your journal. See the words forming on the paper. Saying it out loud in your mind. Today I am grateful for. And let yourself fully feel that gratitude. And as you continue this practice, move back one more day. Observe how this act of writing in your journal, your gratitude journal, shapes your mood. You are creating a cumulative effect of writing in your gratitude journal every day. And write something down that you're grateful for. And move back to 3 days ago. Identify a moment of gratitude from 3 days ago and write it down. And by now, you may not remember exactly what went on that day. It's okay. Allow yourself to make it up. Use your imagination to quickly create moments of gratitude. And we're going to do this process faster and faster because the brain likes to work very fast. So just allow yourself to go back very quickly over the past 4 days, 5 days, and feel yourself writing and feeling that gratitude, embracing that gratitude. You're doing this quicker and quicker. As I say the day, you might just write a quick word or phrase like, my health, my cat, a great meal. So for each day, just move back in time. Day 6, day 7, day 8. Great clients, went to lunch. It gets easier with each day. Even if a specific memory doesn't come up, let your imagination create a moment of gratitude. Write it, affirm it, feel it. Day 9, technology. Day 10, I am alive. Day 11, my warm bed. And I'm just going to say the numbers really quickly. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And finally, you have reached 21 days ago. 21 days ago. That marks the start of your 21-day journey of gratitude, the day that you decided to plant the seed of thankfulness. Reflect on this day. Write down a moment from this day. Visualize yourself planting the seed of gratitude and feel the moment it took root in your life. Now let's move our focus back to the present moment. What are you grateful for right this moment? Breathe in and write this down in your imaginary journal. And now let's quickly shift your focus to the future. Imagine yourself writing in your journal tomorrow morning. What will you write about? What will you feel grateful for tomorrow? And see yourself experiencing this moment. And move to the day after. And the day after. And the day after. And feel yourself moving 21 days into the future. Feel that pen and paper in your hand. And now you've come to the end of this future 21-day journey. The practice of writing, saying, and feeling gratitude has had a profound effect on your life. Now moving back to this present moment. And one more thing that you're grateful for now. This moment. Good. And as we come to the end of this meditation today, remember that whether you pursue this gratitude practice in your life or not, a seed has already been planted today. The seed that has nurtured your journey through your past, your present, and your future. And this already holds the potential to transform and enrich your life with gratitude, even if you don't engage in a daily gratitude practice. The choice to water this seed and let it grow into a habitual gratitude practice is yours. And so as we gently conclude this journey, just feel yourself back in the room around you. Feel the surface beneath you. Feel the rhythm of your breath. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to move your fingers and your toes. And as you open your eyes, you can do so with a feeling of renewal and clarity, carrying the seed of gratitude with you. And welcome back.
Thank you.
And I would love to do just a quick post check-in on the after effect. So as we had written down how we felt before on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd like you to take a moment and revisit that scale again and rate your current level of gratitude, happiness, feeling. And I'd love to hear from anyone on what you noticed.
I noticed I was grateful for having this time at lunch, making time that I actually prioritize. That's yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did
was grateful
anybody
for this
notice
group at
any
the end.
shifts in the scale?
Yeah, mine went up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
Cool.
Lisa.
Yeah, I'm grateful just to be here because the timing for me is a little bit tricky and I woke up early enough, and just to be in this space, it always grounds me, being in one of Chris's groups and Zoom calls. So I was very, very grateful for that. And yeah, I definitely shifted up. I was on about a 6 and I feel lighter. I feel more of a 7 now. Yeah, 7 or 8. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a coincidence, because you were on my gratitude list too.
Oh, we're always there.
All of you guys, because there are so many of you that come to many of these, maybe not every single one, but you know, a lot of them. And I'm just so grateful for that. I'm grateful for this time together. And honestly, I'll be totally honest. There are some times where I'm like, oh my God, it's Wednesday and I still haven't put together the whole, and like, I got to do that. I got to do. And it's like, no, I get to do this. It's exciting. It's fun. It's wonderful. And It grounds me too. So thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank
I love that
you.
idea of going back 21 days and going forward 21 days.
I just can't, I invented that on the spot, like in the last couple of days, you know? Like I said, I just always like, this is an opportunity just to get inventive and, you know, and even, you know, go deeper into research. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. Anybody else want to share? Like, did your number go up at all? Come on, don't be shy.
I'll share, but I've been practicing gratitude for several years, and so I didn't notice a big shift. What I do with my gratitude is because before I used to list the things that I was grateful for, but what I do now is I go into my heart and I feel that gratitude. I let it flow into every cell of my body. For instance, I'll give you an example. You know, I live in Italy and I live on the Italian Riviera. My husband, one Sunday, we decided to go to lunch and we tried out this new restaurant. And I could say, oh, you know, I'm grateful for living on the Riviera, which I am, but I live it every day because I go out walking and I feel the emotion of walking on the beach and the ocean, the sea. It's not an ocean, it's a sea, the birds, everything. Or, you know, I'm going to have lunch with my husband in this new restaurant and we're going to have some really fabulous food. But what I did instead is I was at the table and I took that moment when they had just placed the plate down in front of me. And I looked at my husband, who I've been together with for 35 years. And I looked into his eyes and I thought, oh my God, I'm so thankful that I can be here with you, baby, and eat this food and enjoy your company in this fantastic place. And I felt it all in my body. It is an amazing sensation. That's how I do my gratitude.
Love it. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. But thank
Yeah,
you.
you
This
have
is
to
a
have an
fantastic
audience full of manifestors here, Victoria.
Yeah, but this is a fantastic exercise that you gave us, Victoria, 21 days before and 21 days after. I think that's amazing. I'm going to try that because I think also the idea of being able to remember the day before, the day before, the day before, and going back and just appreciating those things even more. That's a great exercise. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ruthie Ann. All right, so for the very last part, the one question that I like to ask all of the Spotlight guest hosts is, and this is my favorite question to ask everybody actually, is what is the most surprising, exciting, bizarre, or unexpected thing that you've ever experienced in your career as a hypnotist? And if you want, you can even like whittle that down to in your career as a manifester and helping others to learn that, because that would be kind of a cool thing to hear about.
I
Just
think,
whatever the first thing is that comes up.
yeah, you know what? It was actually when I released and launched my book, Practical Law of Attraction. I think that's probably one of just the thing that came up. That was I it was surprising to me because number one, I never anticipated writing a book or being an author. I always just, you know, thought I'm a hypnotherapist, you know, but I'm not like an author, you know, and a lot of people asked me to write a book for years. And anyway, you know, once I wrote it, then again, I was a little bit nervous because I'd written all these fantastic hypnosis scripts, but never had anybody review or, you know, any experience about my book. So it came so I don't know, it was really surprising to me, all the you know, the reviews and the accolades and everything that I got from that. And you know, and it just inspired me to want to do more of that, and you know, and just take my career into bigger and better places. And so I'm so grateful for that opportunity to have, just gotten the idea over and over pounded in my head. Oh, you need to write a book. You need to write a book. And, and then having it actually have the success that it had. I'm always surprised.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. I like the way that Elizabeth Gilbert puts it, and that's there's all these beautiful, brilliant, creative ideas sort of floating around in the noosphere, looking for an open mind ready to catch one of them,
Yeah.
And so here was this idea of like, you got to write this book about this. Who am I going to find to write the book? And then Victoria's mind is right there, ready to catch it. And then bam, there you go.
Oh, I love that idea. I totally agree. I think that's like, like the super conscious, just all of our minds are kind of, the thoughts are all swirling around, mixed up in this super conscious. And similarly, it's like, you catch a wave of an idea that someone from completely other side of the planet had.
And if you don't act on it,
Someone
they're
else
gonna
will.
go, oops, let me go find another open mind. Yes, I've learned that one the hard way. I used to have issues with imposter syndrome. And so, I would get these ideas and I'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And then I would like stop myself, slow myself down, make myself, small, shrink away. And then I'd go like, oh, they're doing that. That was my idea, wasn't it? And I'm like, we don't get to own these ideas, because if we don't act on them, somebody else will. So
Now that is law of attraction. Just got done today writing a script on imposter syndrome.
I found the cure for me is curiosity, replacing my ego with curiosity, but that's a whole other call, my dear. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Shelley and Lisa and Kathleen and Karen and Scott and Cece for coming in a little bit after. Oh, and Eric too. It was just wonderful to have you here, even though I don't see all of your faces, but I feel your energy. And I also wanted to share really quickly before we leave. I had this past life memory some months ago. No, actually, it was probably more than a year ago now. But in that, I didn't have running water in my house. There was no indoor plumbing, no hot water either. And I remember when I came out of it, suddenly I had immense gratitude for just living in the 21st century and having indoor plumbing and hot water right at my fingertips. Like, I don't have to go get it. I don't have to heat it up anywhere. All I got to do is turn it on and bam, there it is. And that has never left me. Like, I still have that. I'm just like, every time I run a bath, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I live in the 21st century.
Yeah, that's one of the quickest ways also to feel gratitude is, think of life without that thing.
Yep. Honestly. So, all right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And I did post the links for the YouTube channel, so like and subscribe. I also posted the link to Victoria's website. And you know where to find the link if you want to donate $2 notes of appreciation for the behind the scenes sort of organizational stuff that goes into these. You can find that in the Hypnotherapy Uncensored Building a Better Practice group. If you're not in the group, reach out to me directly, or Victoria. She's in the group now too. And I will see you next month. Thanks, Victoria. That was really wonderful.
Thank you, Krista. Thank you all for being here.
Yes, thank you. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.